I am here at ODTUG Kscope 25 in beautiful Grapevine, Texas, and today I get to ask some good questions of Dimpy Sharma with OPKey. Is this your first Kscope?
It is, and we are loving it here. Kscope has been lovely. I think the way the Apex folks, EPM folks, dev, tech, all the business users, IT users have come up in the event with the energy that these people have come up. It's crazy. The amount of knowledge we are able to exchange between people, we are able to propagate and showcase what we are coming up with. I don't think so we'll get a better forum than that.
That's awesome. We're so glad to have you here. We're so glad to have the OPKey team, glad to mix and mingle with everybody. So one of the nice things that OPKey does that really applies to all the communities is you take testing and you make it more automated. So tell me why that's valuable. Why is it helpful to everybody?
Absolutely. And actually beyond testing, right? I mean, that's obviously one of the phases in the life cycle of an implementation that we have to work into, but OPKey is beyond that. If you see, but I think for all our listeners and people who are watching, OPKey is definitely a test automation platform, and we started with that. For ERP applications specifically, Oracle is one of our, the main application, and there is no area of Oracle that OPKey is not into, right? So that's our biggest app, but it's and we come through that, right? So from a testing perspective, from supporting all the Oracle ERP products, we use process mining as a technology at the back end to identify what are the tests that are relevant. We make sure that the quarterly patching is absolutely seamless. The business users, the IT users actually take away all the time that they have been spending into doing the manual test and doing these recurring tests quarter after quarter after quarter, or month after month in the case of EPM, and just take that away and use it and give it to an AI testing bot that can identify the relevant tests for them, and make sure that this just becomes like a no event for them.
So most developers I know say the most fun thing they get to do is repetitive testing. Oh no, wait, that's the opposite. Nobody likes that role. I love that you are stepping in there.
Yeah.
If I could dive in a little bit more, in there you dropped agents, you talked about AI. So this is not traditional automation where it's just manually writing a bunch of test scripts that repeat. You're really bringing it into 2025.
Not at all, not at all. In fact, one of the first, right? Like we pioneered process mining as a technology, we have pioneered all of these AI agents as well. So you would not have seen an AI bot to identify these tests, heal the test, and give you the end product right at the time of, say, your SIT testing, UAT testing, post-production regression test, or the quarterly patches on day one. We are the first one to certify our tests for different patches in just 3 days, right? And talking about the AI bots, so not only does AI testing bot, as I said, we have really moved left into the implementation cycle, and our AI bots for AI config agent is one, right? That helps with the overall configurations. We have our AI testing bot, we have our AI support agent, and now we are coming up with OPKey's Maestro. That's a super bot agent that you just prompt it to configure something, and it will create blocks of an integrated workflow to help you achieve the overall configuration on your Oracle instance just in minutes.
So what I love about that is some people are just getting comfortable with the idea of AI not just being something you can ask questions of, but actually agents that go out and take actions. What you've done is you've created agents coordinating agents. So as it gets more complicated and we have more AI things going up and doing it, you would have, what you call it, your Maestro, your super bot, that you're kind of like the super ego telling the id and the ego, now go off and do all these activities, and that makes it even easier. Because at the end of the day, developers, they don't like testing, they don't like documentation, they don't like maintaining their code. They want to write, right? They want to develop, and I think you really help them with that.
No, absolutely. And to your point on documentation, right? And that's a very, very critical point. And I think I was talking to one of the folks at one of the booths, and they were telling that how EPM is all about AI analytics and reporting and documentation to the leadership, and like assessing of the overall financials, and closing and things like that, and how that accuracy, because it's data involved in it and not just raw English language, that becomes, the accuracy becomes paramount. So in that context, not only, so do we address all the, both the categories, right? We address the documentation, how it is important for testing and configurations with our user guides and job aids being generated automatically. Plus at the same time we address this data accuracy part of EPM as well, and using AI into the mix. What we are doing is something which is very, very aligned to Oracle as well. Oracle has brought in AI into Oracle EPM analytics and reporting to showcase that something which was so complicated could only be understood by a chartered accountant, a financial expert, or really that top of that module owner. But what Oracle has tried to do with its AI is that same report could be understood by an intern like it can be understood by a chartered accountant. So the same thing applies to us. I think we've made it so simple that the overall documentation and the data accuracy is just a user guide for the people to even assess and look after once things are done, and especially when things are not well, what went wrong. So identify that, going back to nailing the doing the root cause analysis is critical. So we understand that.
Awesome. There's a lot of AI out there that seems to say, we're going to do the fun things to leave you time to do the boring things. And you're actually doing the boring thing. No offense, but you're doing the parts that nobody really likes to do. And frankly, we'd be all thrilled if AI handled it, if agents handled it, and we get to go off and do the fun stuff. So on behalf of me and the entire development, the EPM, the analytics, the database, the OCI community, all the Apex community, thank you for being here at Kscope.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening in, and keep asking those good questions.
3, 2,